In the history of mankind, one single explosion changed the way the world thought about nuclear weapons. It was so powerful that it shook the Earth itself, shattered windows over 900 kilometers away, and lit up the sky like a second sun. This was the detonation of the Tsar Bomba, the most powerful nuclear device ever created. The year was 1961. The Cold War was at its peak. The United States and the Soviet Union were locked in a dangerous competition, not only for space, not only for military dominance, but for ultimate destructive power. In this race, the Soviets would unveil a weapon that dwarfed anything the world had ever seen. Codenamed AN602, but known to history as the Tsar Bomba, this weapon was a hydrogen bomb, the Soviet Union's answer to America's escalating nuclear arsenal. Weighing 27 tons and measuring 8 meters long, it was so massive it barely fit inside a specially modified Tu-95 bomber. On October 30th, 1961, a Tu-95 bomber, escorted by a Tu-16 observation plane, took off from Olenia airfield, their destination, the remote Arctic test site of Novaya Zemlya. The bomb was attached to a giant parachute to slow its descent and give the pilots time to escape, because once dropped, there was no going back. At 11:32 a.m., from an altitude of 10 kilometers, Tsar Bomba fell. Moments later, the Arctic was consumed by fire. The explosion yielded 50 megatons of TNT, over 3,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima. The mushroom cloud climbed more than 60 kilometers into the stratosphere, and its shockwave circled the globe, not once, but 3 times. The heat from the blast could have caused third-degree burns 100 kilometers away. Villages hundreds of kilometers from ground zero saw roofs collapse and glass shatter. For the Soviet Union, it was the ultimate display of power, but also a weapon too destructive to ever be practical. Tsar Bomba was never intended for real combat use. It was a message, a demonstration of Soviet might at the height of the Cold War. In the decades that followed, nuclear testing treaties limited such weapons, and while today's warheads are smaller, they are far more precise and deadly. But the Tsar Bomba remains a chilling reminder of just how far humanity was willing to go in the pursuit of power. It was called the King of Bombs, and with good reason. The Tsar Bomba explosion remains the most powerful man-made blast in human history, a terrifying testament to mankind's ability to create and to destroy. This is Armory Unveiled, exploring the machines of war. Subscribe for more.